Dear Diary, my name is Alicia. Until December 24th of last year, my life was perfect. I had friends, I had a job, I had my pony. Everything was perfect. Oh, I'm sorry, Diary, I did not tell you who I actually am. As I said, my name is Alicia Sunleo, and I'm 30 years old. I live in Jorvik, an unknown island nearby Iceland. Let me explain this country. It's divided in 6 parts. In the middle of the island, there is Silverglade, the spring land. Up to the north, there is the scary and cold Valley of the Hidden Dinosaur, where it is winter all the time and where only crystals, snow, and foxes can live. On the east side of the island, there is Mistfall, a land of forest and mountains, just as Fairgrove, the place I used to live in Silverglade. Down to the south, there is a small island called South Hove Peninsula. And southwest, with a bridge connecting the 2 islands, there is the Harvest Counties, where it is summer all the year. And lastly, wild, wild west, there is Golden Hills Valley, an eternal autumn land. Jorvik is a special island. Horses and humans have a strong bond, and 80% of Jorvik is part of the equestrian community. I used to live in Fairgrove, at the east side of Silverglade, close to Mistfall. I lived there with a woman I called grandmother, but she was not part of my family. It did not matter, since she was the one who raised me, fed me, comforted me when I cried, supported me through my whole life. My parents died when I was 6, and I do not remember anything about them nor before they died. They only left me a note and a pony. My pony, Jewel of the Jumps, a pure Jorvik pony, the pony of my life. We grew up together since he was as old as me. I learned to ride on his back after my grandmother taught him how to behave. She used to be the greatest rider in all Jorvik, doing dressage all over the island, winning prizes and taking good care of her horses. She was the one who taught me all the basics I had to know to ride properly and take care of a horse. She raised me as her own kid, and I loved her as my own mom. Granny, Jewel, and I were so happy together, and we spent years in happiness and joy. Oh, Diary, I'm going to talk a bit more about Jewel of the Jumps. As I said, he was a pure Jorvik pony, born in March. He was the fluffiest and cutest pony I have ever had to deal with. He was very intelligent. He always found a way to go to treats or food, but he was very respectful when we were on rides. He never tried to eat while I was working with him. He was very patient with me, and I could not thank him enough for all the things I learned by his side. We first learned how to do basic dressage and jumping, but we soon went on competitions. We did not always win medals, but what mattered the most was what we understood of the fails and success. We worked hard, but we had great time together too. We did so much together, I could not tell you everything we did, every trick Jewel learned, every ride we went on. One year, Granny bought us 2 tickets to take the ferry to Jotunheim and go to Jorvik stables for 3 weeks of holidays. It was the first time I went somewhere without her, but as always, she reassured me, and she was right, everything went perfectly. When the Christmas village arrived in town, we would always spend our whole days there. Winter became such a great season to me. The 3 of us would be in the snow and ice for hours, having fun, fighting with ice balls, drinking hot cocoa. One year, we won a beauty contest, and Jewel was already 25. We passed a message: old horses can do whatever they want if they're well treated. It was the best Christmas I had in my whole life. We soon became stars around Jorvik, and I started my career as a champion and riding coach. I tamed wild horses, I educated young ones, I calmed older ones. And I also adopted a cute dog, Cookie. It was a Christmas present from Granny, and Joel and I were 26. We tamed Cookie together since he used to be abused and was totally scared of humans. This little terrier, after 6 months of work, became Joel's best friend. The journey continued. 4 guys in the train of life, happy as ever, and the time seemed to stop. It looked like we had forever before us. Unfortunately, it was not true, and I was about to understand it. The 24th of December, in the night, some people cracked into Starshine Ranch pastures. We moved Joel there a few years earlier because he needed some space to move to keep his bones and articulations healthy. My baby boy was so happy. He would sleep the whole day under the sun, and I would let Cookie go with him while I had my lessons. Then, in the evening, we would all 3 go for a tour in Apple Grove, an apple tree field nearby the river, to watch the sunset together. Both Cookie and Joel were free by my side because we trusted each other, and the ranch wasn't so far away. It was a quiet but peaceful and quality time together. We had the chance to connect with each other one more time before sleeping. But those Christmas holidays were the worst I had to live in my life. We went in the Christmas village the whole day, as always, having fun. Granny was with us, and it really was a great Christmas one more time. I gave Granny a puppy as a present, as she did for me a few years back, and I gave Cookie and Joel matching blankets. Granny offered me a photo album of our journey together. I cried so much when I saw all the memories inside. Oh, diary. That gift was totally in time. After that wonderful day and evening, we all went for a last walk in Apple Grove, and for the first time, and last time, Joel was allowed to eat as many apples as he wanted. It was the perfect evening we could have dreamed of, especially when we went to see Joel in the morning. That night, that terrible night, some people entered in Starshine Ranch pastures. They scared a few horses, but their last action was to kill an old pony. They came to him and they shot one silent bullet in his head the night of Christmas. That pony was mine. It was Joel. When I came to the ranch to start my day, I was with Cookie. He immediately ran to Joel's pasture. Horses were around him, a veterinarian was observing him, and Josh, the owner of the barn, watched silently behind. When he heard Cookie and I, he started crying. I understood right away. I fell down on my knees. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't cry. I didn't feel anything else but emptiness. My whole world was falling apart. I have always lived with him. We spent 24 years together. We had so many adventures, so many victories and fails. I stopped breathing, and I collapsed. I woke up in Yorvik City's hospital. For 6 months, I cried every day, every minute. I couldn't stop. Granny told me about the guys who killed my baby boy. They weren't from Yorvik, and they were mad at Josh because he forbidden them to enter the pastures freely and ride horses without permission. They were arrested, and the judge banished them from Yorvik forever. But I didn't care. I just wanted my baby boy back. I wanted my Joel. I wanted my son. The world was so cold and useless without him by my side. I was in depression for 6 months. I saw psychiatrists and psychologists, but I couldn't talk. After 2 months, I decided to quit my job and move to Yorvik City. I left Granny in Fairgrove, and she was concerned about me, but she let me go. She only added 2 conditions: to take Cookie with me and to call her every day. I said yes. I found a boring job, cleaning the streets, but I was surviving perfectly this way. My friend Emily, who lived in Yorvik City too, found me a flat at Governor's Fall. She really helped me healing from my depression, and she's still there for me. Eventually, after 6 months of crying, my body seemed to stop. I couldn't cry anymore. I started eating again. I started smiling to Cookie. He was so happy. The 24th of June. My first smile. 6 months after the worst event of my life. I understood that Joel wasn't coming back. I called Granny, and she cried of happiness. She visited me 3 days later, and I smiled a lot. Emily came in the afternoon, and I laughed. I started moving forward, step by step. In August, I started breathing again. It was the most powerful breath I took. I had gained confidence and trust in life once again. But I still didn't want to talk about him nor horses until Emily called yesterday.
Hi there, Alicia.
Oh, hey, Emily.
I'm so sorry to call you for that, but I really need your help.
What is going on, Sugar Cube?
Oh, please don't be mad at me, Ali.
Go on.
It's Scarlett. She's gone wild.
What?
Scarlett isn't herself. Please. I need your help.
Emily.
Wait, Ali. She's fine when I approach her, groom her, or even tag her up. But she would always get crazy when I'm riding her. Whenever I'm standing on her, not even moving, she starts rearing back and trying to make me fall. And she stops when I get down.
I'm sorry, Emily. I can't do it. I'm sincerely sorry. Bye, and good luck with Scar. What, Cookie? I just can't. I know it's been a year, but I can't. Oh, please, Cookie, stop looking at me like that. Stop trying to argue with me, young man. I ain't going, for sure. Oh, you drive me crazy. Okay, Cook, I'll try to go.
I am so glad you came, Alicia. Scarlett is over there. It runs in your veins. You can do it. I trust you. Hi there, Scarlett. It's been a while, girl, huh? I think Emily wanted me to try to see what is wrong with you, okay? I want to help you, girl. There, it's okay.
She seems fine to me, Emily. It's getting worse after. You'll see. I approached Scarlett gently. She had no reaction. When I pet her, she had no reaction. When I put her bridle on, she had no reaction. Same for the cell pad and blanket. I did not understand. After tagging her up, I started walking her by the arena to see if anything was scaring her. But she was totally normal. Nothing was wrong. Nothing until I mounted her, and then she went crazy, as if it was a totally different horse. And once again, I did not understand what was going on. After minutes of crazy gallop around and rearing, I started to think I was going to be in danger. But I couldn't get down. She was too crazy. I didn't understand, but I wanted to get down badly. After some time, I managed to do it. And there she was, a totally different horse again. Super nice, so I tried to mount her without any tack, only her bridle. And everything was perfect. I started to understand. I tried to ask her a few things, like walking around, responding to my legs, but everything once again was perfect. She was Scarlett. And I was starting to have an idea of what happened. After minutes of proper riding, I decided to dismount to try a very last thing. I decided to mount her only with her saddle on. Once again, she started rearing and being totally mad. But this time I knew what was going on, and I was sure of it. My theory was right. So I dismounted her and talked to Emily. Everything is okay with Scar, Emily. She just didn't know how to tell you. Her saddle doesn't fit anymore, and it hurts her. Oh, I feel terrible. I should have known. I'm sorry you came for this, Ellie. I think I know what you did, Emily. But I forgive you. You were right. I really missed horses. I'm sorry, Alicia. I didn't know how to help you. I needed you to realize you can't live without horses, so I could ask you for real help. In Golden Hills Valley, they have a new horse that arrived. It has been abused, and they really need help. Their usual trainer is occupied with another horse, a wild Mustang, and he doesn't have time for another horse. Will you please help them? Okay, Emily, because it's you. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Oh, I'm so glad you said yes. When you go to Golden Leaf Stables, ask for Eva. She's my friend there. She needs help. Hey, diary. I haven't written a word in your pages since a while now. Let me explain, because of a lot of things happened. Hello, how can I help you? Hi, I'm Alicia Sunleo. A friend of mine, Emily Macbo, told me you needed a trainer for an abused horse. Alicia Sunleo? How amazing. Has been forever since we saw you in the medias. You feeling better now? Yes, thank you. That's great. Miss Macbo told me she found the perfect trainer, but I didn't expect the best one. Oh, please, you make me blush. Sorry, but I completely mean it. I trust you in this case. The horse is in the arena. She's 8 years old, and her name is 20 centimeters away. As you seem to know, she was abused by her previous owner. She comes from Mistful, but she has always lived in England. If you agree on all the terms of the contract, you can have as much time as you want, but her training will be filmed and put on YouTube to promote our adoption horses and their behavior. I agree. I need to be back on track, I guess. I will help her as much as I can do. She'll be treated like my own horse. Thank you. Your presence is going to be a gift for all of us, especially her. Here started our journey together. After I signed the contract, I decided to approach her gently. Hi there, girl. 20, isn't it? My name is Alicia. I just want to help you, okay? I need you to understand that humans aren't all bad, especially here in Jorvik. You can trust me? That's it? Good girl. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, 20. I came the next day, as I promised, and the next one. For 3 days, I approached her a bit, slowly, and I left before touching her. The second day, I touched her. The third day, I put a halter on her. She followed me, even though there was no rope. She wanted to know more about me. As I still had my job in Governor's Fall, the owner of the stables gave me the opportunity to live there with Cookie. The bus wasn't far away from the barn, so I continued my life like this. Day after day, things changed. 20 and I were starting to trust each other, so I decided to work on simple things with her. Following me, to stop when I stopped, and even controlling her hips and shoulders so I could control the potentially dangerous parts of her body. She never tried to use anything against me. She never attacked me or felt uncomfortable with me. She always showed it, but in a very sweet way. I was working slowly with her, but as I said, things were starting to change.
One day, I tried to put a cell pad on her. There you go, girl. Yes, pretty good. You're awesome. Let me move it a little bit. Wow, you never move. You're great. That's a good girl. Good girl, yes. After that, and as I used to do with another one before, we started to spend all our time together. We played freely. Come on, 20. Come on, go back. Come on, go back. Good girl. Pretty good. Good girl. We went on the beach. Are you scared of water? Girl, come on, you know water. Come on. Yes, follow me. Good girl. See? There's no harm. Oh no, don't be so splashy. Oh my god. See, it's okay. It's okay. There you go. See? There was nothing to be afraid of. Now follow me. Of course, I also worked with her. And shh. Good girl, 20. Good girl. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. Very good. Wow, you're pretty good at this. Good. Perfect. Now 20, canter. No. Continue. And now 20. Come on, girl. Canter. It's okay. Oh, 20, what are you waiting for? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Very good. Oh, no. 20, come back. Shh. Oh, perfect. Now go back. Good girl. Pretty good. Now walk. Yes, come on, 20. Walk. Very good. Don't do that with me. Yes. Trot. Very good, 20. Very good. And now 20, canter. Very good. Very good. And stay with me, girl. Perfect. You're amazing. After some time, I understood schoolwork wasn't her thing, so I decided to teach her tricks while she was in Liberty. I started teaching her to lay down, and in 1 month, she knew how to do it perfectly. I also taught her how to sit down, and 2 months after, she was doing perfectly too. She was really enjoying this, and she was very intelligent. After that, I decided to teach her the rear. I was a bit afraid at the beginning because I thought she could use it against me, but she never did. Hop, 20, hop! Good girl! Very good. Hop. After some time, I decided to ride her. She knew the tag and the weight of a rider, so I rode her for the very first time, and she seemed to remember very well how it was. Since then, we started doing dressage. We started jumping too. She was being very good at cross country. And of course, we went on rides and I continued to teach her tricks. She was so perfect. During all that, I was also getting her used to the bozo, a bedless bridle. She understood it quickly too, and after that, I decided to teach her the territor, a school move made of rears and the horse moving forward. Come on, 20, hop. Yes, good girl. Again, hop, hop, hop. Very good. You're amazing, 20. Hop. Very good. Hop. Very good. Move forward. Very good. Very good. Oh my god. Yes. Hop. 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 6 months later, she knew how to do it perfectly on foot or while I was riding her. We did amazing things in 2 years. The first year was full of events, as she was starting to understand how to use her legs properly and how to respond to me. The second year was less educative, but it was also very cool. We trusted each other. Thanks to Emily and her, I have grieved. I accepted that Jewel wasn't by my side anymore, but I also understood that he was just above my head. A star, just as we used to be together. But of course, everything has to end. Oh, diary, my heart stopped for the second time in my life. After 2 years and 4 months was 20 centimeters away, the stables had to put her to the auction for makeovered horses. They tried to buy it for me, but for the first time, I had been too good with the horse. A rich person bought her at a price no one in the stables could afford. Once again, the darkness was around me. Once again, I couldn't breathe. The 24th of December, 3 years after Jewel died, 20 was going away too. It felt like the life was laughing at me, as if at the very moment I was happy and calm, everything had to be taken away from me. But I didn't have time to cry, because once again, Emily called. Alicia, I learned what happened with 20. I tried to buy her too, you know. It's okay, Emmy. She's worth the price they paid. No, it is not okay. I know you feel depressed again. Meet me under the Christmas tree at the Winter Village. What? No, Emily, wait. I'll see you there. Come now, Alicia. It's important. I decided to go out and see her. I took the bus, and when I arrived, no one was there. Except this little pony with a big red bow. So once again, I called Emily. Emily, where are you? I'm sorry, Alicia. I have never been good with words, you know. Emily, what did you do? Nothing. I'm at Starshine Ranch. I just came back from the Winter Village. But you asked me to meet you here. I lied. I wanted you to meet a friend of mine. His name is Copenhagen from New Hillcrest. He's yours now. He's 5 years old and has never been ridden. He knows how to follow you if you lead him. That's it. Emily, I don't know what to say. Oh gosh, what did you do, crazy best friend I could ever have? I offer you a new story to write, Alicia. I want you to be happy.
Thank you so much, Emily. Well, boy, it looks like we have a new chapter to write together, huh? My name's Alicia. Copenhagen, right? I'm gonna name you Copy. It's cuter. You're adorable. And here I am, diary, writing those words in his stall. It has been an hour he arrived, and we'll take our time. I'm happy again. I keep all my memories with Jewel and 20, but I have to move forward. I have the right to feel fine, and Copenhagen will give me what I lost. I learned from all the horses I worked with, especially from 20 and Jewel, and I'll learn from Copy too. But it is about time I accept I lost two wonderful friends. I will be happy with all my memories and the one I will create with my beautiful Icelandic pony. Now I have to start a new story. Goodbye, diary. I'm happy I shared all this with you. My chapter has ended. Merry Christmas to you.